What's up, people? My name is Mattie, and we are back with another reaction video. Another K-pop group on the list. BTS, maybe you've heard of them. The song we're going to be reacting to today is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This is the official music video from Hybe Labels, and I'm excited to dive into it. This was suggested by you guys as viewers in the comments of one of my previous videos, so thank you so much for doing that. Let's get into it. I'm going to give my analysis from a music production standpoint, and hopefully I can throw some grains of knowledge at your sandbox of a brain, and you can add it to your collection so that you can increase your capacity for music knowledge as well. Did that make sense? That was a vague metaphor, but we're going to hop into it. Let's do it. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Here we go. I will probably be pausing this quite a bit so that I can talk about what's happening. I'll try to let it play as much as I can. Keep that in mind. Yep. Nice museum setting. Oh, those are cool. Binoculars. Is it part of the song? An opera. An aria. There it is.
내 피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을
Okay. There's a lot going on here production-wise. They have a riser. They have some really reverbed, delayed, like boo, 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 boo. Some just echoey reverb ambiance type sounds with a vocal, obviously. There's also a lot of saw wave synths in the background to keep some of the energy up.
다
Gonna drop it already. Let's do it.
내 피땀 눈물
Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, what's going on so far? We have a nice Latin-esque reggaeton type drum beat that's for the drop. Or dembo is what it's also called. And then we come back to a complicated verse. And I don't mean complicated as in like, I don't know of a good way to phrase this, but there's a lot of elements going on and a lot of ear candy, as I would say it from a music production standpoint. A lot of little frills, a lot of extra things that are added so that your ear catches it and it sounds cool. The vocals are still front and foremost, if that makes any sense, but there's a lot of extra stuff going on that makes me think a lot of time was probably put into this production. Let's continue on.
Sweet chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings, but 너의 날개는 악마의 걸. 너의 그 sweet 앞엔 비려비려. Kiss me 아파도 돼 어서 날 조여줘 더 이상 아플 수도 없게.
Nice synth stab.
이제 널 들이켜 너 whiskey
내 피땀 눈물
Okay, a little breakdown here. Okay, I thought we were gonna start building it back up.
피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가
Riser.
원내 money 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 원내 money money
I like this crap a lot.
원내 money money
More.
원내 money 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 money.
All right, so we have that dembao beat and it sounds great. I love this beat. I love this sort of Latin-esque type rhythm. It just makes you want to get up and dance. And then on top of that, they have a pretty catchy melody. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum. Right? It's all working together for a song that makes you want to get up and dance. Awesome job. And the bass, we just have a sustained note. The bass isn't really the main focal point. We're talking about the vocals as the main focal point and that rhythm and that groove. Moving on.
아파도 돼 나 묶어줘 내가 도망칠 수 없게 꽉 쥐고 나 흔들어줘 내가 정신 못 차리게 Kiss me on the lip 술만의 빛 너란 감옥에 중독되게 네가 아닌 다른 사람 선비지
And the rise is opening up again. Oh, breakdown. Build it up. Break it down. It's important to have sections like this where some of the elements drop out to keep interest, but also to build back in the drop. When you lose some of those bass elements like the drums or the kick and the rhythm, and it sort of breaks down like it has, when you bring it back, it's much more impactful. Continue now. Keep that rise there. Now the drums come in and it's just like, oh yeah. Like that. Sweet job. Okay, we moved on to the bridge. Once again, we've dropped out some of the elements that are happening, made it a little bit less complicated, a little bit, there's no drums going on, so that when we build it back up and we get to that drop again, we're ready for it. Oh, I like that chord.
He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
Whoa. Look at this scene. Look at this chandelier type thing. I love the organ, solo organ. Pretty good playing by this guy. Way to go. Sounds good. What? Okay. So this guy is a statue? All right, we're dropping back in. Okay. That was a little bit hard for me to follow. I wasn't paying so much attention to the lyrics as I was sort of the music of the song. But it seems like he was the statue, or was trapped inside the statue. Or maybe it's some big metaphor. And the whole point, I got nothing for you. I had a hard time following the plot of this music video. I really did. I'm going to have to look it up right now. Okay, so the statue was Lucifer, or the devil, and it says that this was a stab or a metaphorical ruse that, according to this, Lucifer was metaphorically represented the world, putting him on a pedestal, both literally in the video and then metaphorically throughout the thing. Then when we see his shoulders with the wings, it foreshadows his fall from grace. It cements his submission to the temptation of sin when he kisses the statue. Interesting. It says near the end of the video, Jimin rips his blindfold off to reveal green tear tracks staining his face that match the ones marking Lucifer's statue. Jin turns his face to the camera and has cracks splintering down his face as if he were a broken porcelain doll, or what I interpreted as more of like he was a statue too. According to this, perhaps the real moral of BTS Blood, Sweat, and Tears is that although people may hope that there's a way to keep sin from visibly tainting them, the reality is that humans can never dodge the consequences of their actions or hide the evidence of their immortality from others. Oh my God, that is deep, okay? That is deep. I was not expecting a moral guidance throughout this video. I was really just expecting to react to some of the music production, but it's hard to ignore when the video is so caught up like that. I'm sure that the actual release song doesn't stop and have this interlude or soliloquy throughout where it turns to red and they have this balloon, which by the way is a super cool shot. I really love what they did from a videography standpoint, cinematography standpoint. But there's something more going on here. They're telling a message. I do appreciate, though, the beat. And the beat sounds awesome. It sounds really well produced. It makes you want to get up. It makes you want to dance. And I think that's exactly what's going on. Music production standpoint, really great. Music video standpoint, a lot deeper than I was expecting, but still great. I love when artists and music videos work together to try to give some sort of deeper message, right? That's what art is all about, right? Making you think about things you haven't before, maybe making you feel something at the end of the day. And when we're talking about something as deep and profound as morality, and we're talking about immortality and sin, those are some deep topics. I'm not sure how religious South Korea is. It seems like there's obviously some influence there with the inclusion of Lucifer and the statue like they have. Also the talk of sin. It's a deep subject, and I appreciate that the music video pays homages to that. Yeah, that really does it for me. If you have another song you want me to check out, or maybe another music video that's going to blow my mind like this one, it's going to put me right in the feels, please let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.